from St. Peter's, Mr. Eric Kwakuda. For a former student, a past student from Attafuah, Mr. Kwakuda. Yeah. Okay. Clap for Mr. Kwakuda. And once again, we invite Mr. William Bwedi, yeah. Mr. William Bwedi, stand up and we clap for you. And me, myself, my name is Esumai James. My name is Esumai James. I was the CEO of Nanakwesi TV. We are streaming live on YouTube. So go and search Nanakwesi TV. You'll find this program. Yeah. I'm a past student from Attafuah. I quit 2013. Yeah, I'm a past student from Attafuah. I'm proud to be a past student of Attafuah Senior High School. Thank you. We are about to start the program. Yeah, we are about to start the program. And this Hano, Yabe Brandon Kakra, Yadi Chi ne Brofono Ebefra, send a mass students, no, Monso Ebiti me, I express your Mohonama program, no, so it's me, I have fine because students know Yabe Mama Hokwan be able to questions. I think yeah, baby nana. It's me. Expression who English no. So we invite our organizer to come in. Organizer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I really appreciate the privilege given to me to announce to you the theme for the program. And the theme for the program is Impact of Disciplinary Issues on School Effectiveness, the Role of Stakeholders. So this is the theme for the program, and as we have already introduced our guest speakers here, they are going to talk, or they are going to give us an insight on the theme. Thank you very much.
Thank you, organizer. Mommy and boy and Sam, Emma, your organizer. Me and boy and Sam, Emma, your organizer. Sabra, ye titina for Anna, your speaker, sir. Ye new mobidi to mediano. Actually, no, yen same way. You best start. Hi.
Adru Attafuah Power Student Association 20 after na ye APSA. Omduma de ma bon hu dawura to akwan so eye annual Talkfest no afe na abeluwa ayi puma kwama samre enso etim adru wansi yankasa de dwumade no na na kwasi TV no ankasa won say eye education and entertainment enso amtimi kasa dwumade eye on the street na yenso yetim de bro misro so bekam ho no atami chuku no di wani ankasa no like no subscribe no share na afen so agya comment no enso mpanifo se kwanso samu dent utinteso gu nsuani na aboanka hoyi enso etima ba befa ko na do pa de enso akokotoko no aya ne yembo na brunten fast the PSN Emma save the world heba tian kwa de guitar ntie kwa de guitar hwe
Sabri, your headmaster, aka bibi kakra afa discipline before answer na yako Mr. William. So obeke bibi kakra edi amaye.
All right. From the angle of the assistant headmaster, you know we've always been speaking about discipline, and that is what the gentleman has just spoken about, hitting the nail right on the head. Discipline is everything. Even your academic work, you cannot separate the academic performance from discipline. If you are not disciplined, your performance will obviously be poor. If you are not disciplined, there is no way you can gain any employment out there. I said in my remarks that very soon we'll address you as an old student. So you will be going to the world of work. You definitely need the work to do. Some will continue. And if you are not disciplined, forget it. Forget it. The hardcore of all he has said is that we need to be what? We need to be what? That is why the very first value of our point of our value of Attafuah, is that moral discipline. Moral discipline. That is the very first, value that we believe in. What is the second value? What is the second value? Second value. Wow. We talked about obedience. We talk about respect. We talk about excellence and hard work. These are the values that we believe in. So if you don't believe in them, there is nothing you can gain out there. You will be employed so many times, but you will also be dismissed so many times. You will be employed, but your behavior will take you out if you are not disciplined. So, discipline is key to survival in this world of work. If you want to survive, then you need to be what? Discipline. That is all I can say for now. Let's proceed with the second presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Presenter.
Thank you, Headmaster. Our second questions go to Mr. William. School leadership and student attitude towards discipline practice. Yeah. Clap for Mr. Williams. Clap for Mr. Williams.
Hello. I hope we are real video. I hope you are all doing good. All right. Honestly speaking, I will stand on the established protocols and deliver my speech. And you know, identity is very important in such occasion, especially when it happens that you have invited people who are once here or who are on the list of the alma mater. I am William Bodi. I was also a student here, and I am a proud past student of Attafuah Senior High Technical School. Before I will continue, I have to appreciate what I have seen. I completed 2011. Honestly speaking, today seems to be a landing in order for me. The very first time I saw the entrance, entering the main campus, coming out of the car, going around, I realized that we have a modern, ultra-modern dormitory outside there. And, you know, some of these facilities encourage us to learn. It also facilitates the pace at which we achieve our personal modalities. And all the gratitudes are being towards to the school administration and the teachers. Let's clap for the teachers over here. Assist, you and your soldiers, we are proud of you. I cannot appreciate the effort without mentioning the person who bears the name of this assembly hall, Mr. J.Y. Jeche. But then he was our headmaster. And that man is an outstanding. And I am glad he's not there, but those who succeeded him are still on the state development map. Honestly speaking, now I am whom I am now because of the discipline, the motivation, the mentorship, the teaching methodologies I got from the teachers in this school. Those days, people used to say Osco, St. Francis, St. Peter's, Edisade, and today we can also say Attafuah. So please, be proud of where you are. Attafuah is also one of the biggest schools in Ghana and also West Africa. Oh, yes. So Attafuah, the pace at which we are, there will be a few times people who wish to even come here, but they will not get. So you are lucky to be here. Honestly speaking, I have never regretted for saying that I attended Attafuah. Yes, even if I get a chance to be a child, to go to secondary school again, I will choose Attafuah. I am telling you the fact. We are here to talk about discipline. And I am in front of you today because of the disciplinary measures that was formulated by the school administration given to me. Though those days it wasn't easy for me to go by them. But the little I did, it has shaped me and it's still shaping me. Although there is some kind of obstacles. But the little I got from here is my weapon. So discipline is vital in our lives, sir. Nobody can succeed in life without being a disciplined person. So let's be disciplined. And the most important one is you practicing self-discipline. Most of the times we see the external disciplines to be imposition of feelings, pressure, and instructions. So self-discipline is one of the keys to success. In educational context, discipline in schools is the system of rules, policies, and practices designed to regulate student behavior, maintain order, and create an environment which is conducive to facilitate teaching and learning. So, we are all much aware of the school rules and regulations. It's one of them. Beyond that, in our communities, there are do's and don'ts, and we do not joke with it. It's also one of them. In our homes, there are disciplinary measures of which we abide by them. It's also another branch of discipline. So we can never develop ourselves without being disciplined. There are components of discipline. One of them is rules and expectations. Yes, clearly, it is defined as guidelines for acceptable behavior. I will be shouting because of the weather. What we are experiencing now, I have to be on top of my voice for you to hear me clearly. And also, expectations are the ones set by the institution, that is Attafuah, that students are required to follow. So, if you could remember, when you were in Form 1, they conducted orientation for you. So, all those rules that were spread out are the disciplinary measures formulated by Attafuah Senior High School for you to follow. There are consequences as one of the components that predetermine the outcome for failing to adhere to the rules of the school. And that can be punitive measures. These are some of the examples. If you fail to obey the school rules and regulations of the school, there are some measures that are set to let you be reminded, to let you be of yourself, to let you reflect on what you have been informed way back. So it could be punishment, it could be praise, privileges, and also tangible rewards. When someone is obedient, it is not always maybe there is an event of awards, prize, or speech and prize giving event. No. Sometimes, even when you have done something good, there could be a little thing of scolding to still give you the power, give you the tangible reasons, help you to formulate your personal rules to push up. Behavioral management is some of the components we cannot do without it. Techniques and strategies used by educators, like your teachers, to promote positive behavior and address misconduct, which includes classroom management skills, conflict resolution, and restorative practices, are also one of the components of discipline. Honestly speaking, discipline is more important than motivation. Discipline is more important than motivation. If you are the kind, you are practicing self-discipline, you stick by your personal rules, regulations, targets, perception, you will definitely succeed and achieve whatever you plan for yourself in life, more than someone who always wants to be motivated by somebody. External motivation will not push you far, but self-discipline will let you achieve whatever you want to achieve on this earth. Clap for yourself. Dealing with the role of school leadership in discipline. You know, one of the key roles of every school policy development, crafting clear and comprehensive discipline policy involving teachers and students in policy making is also another key. That is why at a certain point of time, your head teacher will invite the SRC president and the vice president. Sometimes the house master will meet the house prefect and have some meeting with them. They do take decisions together by consulting the student leadership. Because in actual sense, when you are formulating policies and you involve the beneficiaries of that policies you are formulating, it is easy to implement and achieve the reasons why you implemented that policies. So it's one of the keys. No teacher, no school administration can craft school disciplinary measures without the involvement of the LSRC. Behavior modeling. We have natural laws and we have legal ones that is strictly state to the nation, school or institutions. But the one I am touching on has to do with behavior modeling. Of it, leaders are the role models exhibiting expected behaviors, setting a positive example for both staff and students. So we always see our teachers on the right path, purposely for us to also learn from them, because in Akan we used to say, that is why we always see our teachers on the right path, leading us, but not misleading us. But in this time, some of us try to be too obstinate, of which whenever our teachers try to help us be on the right path, we see them to be too difficult. So, Ricky D, every current student fears Ricky D. But as soon as you complete, he becomes your best teacher. And that is it. When you are in school, you think the teachers are worrying you. They are not giving you the opportunity for you to do whatever you want. But you know, most of the time, what we want is not what we are supposed to get in life. And it's not what we are supposed to do. We do not know as learners. That is why we always have teachers as our leaders, our pace setters, to throw the torchlight on the path so that we will not fall. But when you are a student, you see them to be too wicked, you see them to be too difficult, and you see them to be creating uncomfort environment for you. Some of you, even some of us, do go to the extent that we hate the teacher and the subject the teacher teaches. When you do that, you are not doing the teacher. You are causing harm for your own self. You are causing havoc for your future. So it is something we need to depart. Yes, some of you are in your final stage, some too are now starting. It is very important for you. When you complete SHS, that is not the end of education. Actually, education has no end. So please, it is a nice juncture for us to correct our mistakes. Discipline is more important than motivation. Let's clap for ourselves. I will mention a few of disciplinary measures and 8 practices strategies. Preventive discipline is one of them. Corrective discipline is also another part. But delving into it more, establishing and communicating clear rules and expectations, being proactive, and also implementing measures to prevent misbehavior among students is also another nice strategy to shape learners. Restorative practices. This is emphasizing the repair of harm and restoration of relationship, encouraging accountability and empathy among students. It's a key, so we must consider in our lifestyle. The purpose of going to school is not only to score A's or to go to the university. I usually tell my audience that if our education system is well implemented with one target as a country, without any political motivation, things that we do experience, like way back 2020, what we experienced on our campuses, of where we got political figures inciting us to do this and that, of which it was too unprofessional. But because of politicians are the topmost administrators of every country, our teachers didn't like it, but they had a few influence on that. I am telling you, it is not a matter of going to Attafuah, St. Peter's, or Prempeh College. Your purpose of being here is attaining knowledge, character, and skill development. These 3 things will help you. The past students are many. I completed 2011. So Akiola is my topmost senior. Let me say that. Honestly speaking, he did not get the Akiola by chance. Book radio or real kasa. And I don't even know if the organizer is aware. I am from Atem in Kwatin, and Akiola too is from the same Atem in Kwatin. But I realized it when we got here, where one of our seniors said, "Hey Charlie, and Attafuah and then we'll take over the program." Have you seen it? That is the importance of going to school. If we have proper educational policies, which are not politicized, one must not go to the university. One must not go to the SHS. There are some people who are supposed to discover their talent and gift right from kindergarten, primary, and upper primary. If you are able to discover your talent, your gift, and that is your passion, and you dwell and improve upon that, my younger sisters and brothers, you will be more successful in life. There are some people, they need to also continue to the secondary school and to the university level. But our system has cushioned us in a way that we always aim to go to the university. But I am telling you, it doesn't mean when you go to the university, you will automatically be a successful person. It still boils back to how disciplined are you. So do not be over ambitious of you going to the university. If you go to the university and you do not have the character of discipline, you do not have the character of humility, you could attain first class, but you'll be unemployed because of your poor attitude. So discipline is more important. Motivation do come from some school of thought. I think that if you do this, you will pass. So please go and do. That is motivation. But discipline is, I have realized that though they say free education, besides, my parents are spending much on me. What should I do? I am from Nkwatin. My parents are farmers. And I am from that cocoa farm town, I have where I come from. Yeah, so let's try our best and master self-discipline. Whatever Attafuah is giving us today is going to help us. It is going to shape our lives. Please, let's be obedient. We must not see our teachers as our enemies. We must see them as our best friend for life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Willie. Clap for Mr. Willie. Clap for Mr. Willie. We invite Mr. Isaac Asante to come and talk personal development. Mr. Isaac Asante. Clap for Mr. Isaac Asante.
Hello. Good afternoon, please. I hope we are all doing well. To begin with, I would love to top up with what my senior said considering the development of the school. And of course, when we arrived here in 2019, the school was underdeveloped, but now it is developed. So let's clap for our teachers and the headmasters. My name is Isaac Asante, and people know me by the name Ocho, and I'm a writer. I write books, I write plays, novels, poems, and some call me the Ghanaian Shakespeare. And I would love you all to give a hand of applause to Sir Borky because he taught me literature. So please clap for him. Sir Borky was my teacher here for literature, and I really enjoyed his class. And he's proud that now his student is a writer. Now I'm here to talk to the form about their examination and how they should prepare for their examination. Who knows a soldier? Who knows a soldier? We all know who a soldier is, right? You know, soldiers are always prepared for war. They don't wait to be called upon before they take up their weapons and ammunition to fight a war. So as a student, I think the preparation for your final exams begins when you arrive in the school. But here is the case, most of the students think, oh, let me wait. I have time. I have time. Oh, I have time. I'm just in Form 1. I was writing a book and I met this girl at a library. So the girl was telling me that when she went to school and she was in Form 1, she was relaxed, she didn't take her education serious, and she realized her performance had dipped. So she was telling me that she was joking in Form 1, and now that she's in Form 2, she has realized her time is very near, so she has to take her education and studies very serious. And of course, as students, we should be prepared for our examination. And how do we prepare for our examination? There are so many ways we have to prepare for our examination. I was in this school, and some of the students will be like, oh, this teacher is good because he helps you during your examination. This teacher is wicked. You know, don't brand any teacher to be wicked because you fail to learn. No teacher is wicked. It's his or her responsibility to teach you to pass your examination. But it is nowhere written that a teacher is supposed to teach you the answers to an examination question. Of course, he can choose to assist you with some of the things you do not understand well. But it shouldn't be a mindset that this teacher who is not helping us in our examination is wicked, or this teacher who helps us is a good person. Please, that should not be the mindset of a well-prepared student who is ready to take on his or her examination. Now, to be prepared for your examination, our main theme is discipline. You have to be very disciplined as a student. Discipline comes in many folds. For example, you have to take your time serious. You have to manage your time very well. You know that at this time, I have to wake up and learn. You must do that on time. You do not procrastinate and wait until the final hour before you take up your books and learn. And then also, you have to draw out your personal timetable. Okay, how do I go by my learning, my studies? Okay, I'm not good at maths. Then let me take maths seriously. In my timetable, I should have maths appearing many times because that's the subject that I find difficulty with. So as Form 3 students, I will urge you that it is not over. You can do it, please. Take your studies very seriously. Take your studies very seriously. Because by the time you realize the WASI is here. And now let me tell you something. There is a world out there. Once you are done with school and you enter the world, that is when you realize that right now you are in school. The moment you take up your phone and call home, they will send you something. When we were here, the teachers used to tell us that, oh, it is after SHS that you begin your life. We thought they were joking. And right after SHS, that was when we came face to face with the realities of life. By then, you wouldn't be coming to school, so there will be no provision for you. And then you realize that as the days go by, you are growing. At least you want to start doing something for yourself. The rate at which you were dependent on your parents would reduce, because at this time, you realize that it's you and life. Not you, your parents, and life. It's you against life. So as you are here, it is only your education that can take you very, very far. So I would advise you as students that be well prepared for your examination. And then also, do not depend on somebody during the examination. Oh, this teacher will help me. I am told he's a good teacher. He helps students during their examination. Please, you should be well prepared that no one is going to help you. You are the only one on your own during the examination. No one is there to help you. When you have that mindset, you work hard, you learn, you study, because you want to pass your examination. Are you all here? And then also, we don't learn for examination's sake. I love what my senior was saying. You know, don't learn for exams alone. Learn for life. Some people can be successful in school, but in life, they can fail. Some can fail here in school, but in life, they can succeed. So as a student, don't just chew and pour as we do normally in Ghana, right? You see, you have to learn that, okay, I'm learning for life. So even after SHS, after your exams, you will still be intelligent because you learned for life and not just your examination. After our WASI, when our results are in, you know, we come to the school for our results, and your teacher will ask you, okay, so how was your grade? Oh, I got this, I had 2 A's, I had 3 A's. They will be happy. But when you have succeeded in life, that is when your teachers would be proud of you. You might pass your examination very well. You might have 8 A's. I know some people who have A's and B's, but they are at home. So my senior was saying that you should use your talent. I am using my talent because I realize I am gifted when it comes to writing. So I realized, okay, then let me put it to use. And of course, though I just started, but I know it can take me far. So please, as students, make sure you learn for life. Prepare yourself for your examination and life. Don't just think that, oh, I want to get A's and B's. No, learn for life. That is why it's very advisable to read wide, to learn things which might not appear in your examination. When you do that, you build up your brain that you'll be intelligent. Because you might go to an interview. They might not ask you questions about what you learned in school. It might be a general knowledge question. But once you've learned, not just for examination and life, once you've read why, you could see that you would be able to answer the questions. After SHS, I went for an interview because I wanted to teach in this school. And they asked me what my favorite quote was. And I quoted William Shakespeare. He said, "You make famine where abundance lie." So where there is famine, there will be a lot of food there. And the headmaster told me that, where did I learn that from? I said, oh, I used to read a lot of Shakespeare's works. And because of that, I was employed because I learned for life. So as you are preparing towards your examination, do not wait for your teacher to call upon you that go and learn before you go and learn. At this time, you should know that you are on your own. For your teachers, they've made it in life. That is why they are teaching you. You are just coming up. So if I were you, with the 3 months left, I would sacrifice myself and make sure I study my books very well so that after school, you can have good grades and become successful in future. In Ghana, it's all about grades. When your grades are not good, you would have to resit and resit and resit. But if you want to go too far, I would advise you that as Form 3 student, and not just the Form 3 student, if you are in Form 1, know that your preparation towards your examination starts when you are in Form 1, not when you are in Form 3. So please, we must be well prepared for our examination. And I want to show you something here. As I told you, I'm a writer. I have some of the books here to show you, to know that someone who completed this school is a writer now. I know that one day when you see my book somewhere and you read at the back and it is told that he attended Attafuah, you'll be very proud that, oh, he's my senior, Okomi school. So we are all doing things to take the name of our school very far, okay? Okay. So we are all doing well to take the name of our school very far. There are so many things that we would all do to take the name of our school very far. Some would play football, some would be musicians, others would do a lot of things. Maybe this is mine. How I also take the name of my school very far. And here are some of the books. This is a novel entitled When My Beauty Was Beautiful. Oh yeah. It's a very interesting novel, When My Beauty Was Beautiful. And it's meant for the youth. You see, sometimes when you are young, you might think the world revolves around your beauty or your exuberance. But there is more to life than you can ever imagine. Until you face the realities of life. Now you're facing the realities of life because it's your parents for you, right? And for the Form 3s, I have this book here for you, Learning Guide for Students. Learning Guide for Students. And it talks about how to learn, how to become a successful student, how to prepare for your examination, and how to answer your exams questions. So as I bring my speech to an end, my last advice to you is please, it is not late. You can do it. If I were you, I would take the last months of my stay here to work hard, to study hard, and learn for life. Everything is possible. If someone has been able to do it, you can also do it. So please, let us learn, be disciplined, and learn for life, and learn to have good grades in our examination. Thank you very much.
Clap for Mr. Ojo. Ojo is my classmate. Yeah. It's time for questions. It's time for you to ask questions. The students, questions. If you have questions to ask, it's time. You can speak Twi, you can speak English. The student, if you have any questions. Ubetimi akatwi, ubetimi expression ho. So questions bia. Oma onsa so a me the mic in bebel. The Form 3s. The final year students. Feel free. Oh, question, I know about him, no abusa. Obetimi akachi, obetimi akabrofo. So, bro, for 7 years, good. Anything, any questions about discipline? And I mean, the more of you. Me share any more na me the amount because you see there. And what's the discipline? You na discipline. Na the abedu baby edru no. Me share any more na my friend na wabusa na ye you are no. You come here. Come. Empress, come. Right, we have Empress here. Wow. Empress, you have to ask questions. You can speak Chi, you can speak English. So you have to ask the panelists, you have to ask them questions. Headmaster is here. We have our president is here. So you have to ask them questions.
Good afternoon. Please, one of the people, like you guys were talking about talent. So what if I'm a student and I have this talent like acting? And you said you have to focus on that talent. So what if I'm in this institution and there's the board members or staffs, they don't focus on my talent. Some students have a lot of talent in them that they want to showcase. But because maybe they don't, like, we have to have a club for the students, like acting, dancing, and singing and stuff. Yeah, so...
Empress, sit down. Headmaster, please help us.
All right. I think this is a very good question. We all have our unique talents. So, whilst we are in an educational institution, we should do all we can to unravel some of these talents. So, the headmaster actually wanted us to put some of these clubs on a particular date, on a particular day, on the academic timetable. But unfortunately, last academic year, we couldn't do it. But I'm assuring you that we are having a difficulty. So for that reason, we are going to put all the clubs that we have on the academic timetable. So when it is time, you know when you go out for your program. Right now, NCCE has started. We have given them Thursdays. So they meet here every Thursday. But it's not enough. We want to make it like Fridays after lunch. Then all clubs in the school will be meeting. So that will give opportunity to everybody to feature wherever your talent is. So hopefully it will be done. It will be done. Don't worry, it will be done. Thank you.
Okay. In fact, let's all clap for her. Yeah, I have been. Yeah,
On the question that was just asked, that artist answered to. I want to add a little. What you must know and be assured of is that if you have a talent, like acting, like being a writer, you know how to speak in public and stuff like that, it will never, never be curtailed here in Attafuah. It will be improved on, and we will have a product like the one who just spoke to us. He just told you that he was here like you. His talent was nurtured by the teachers like myself. And today, he's here delivering the way he's delivering. And I hope you were impressed. And I'm assuring you that if you have set talents like the one who just spoke to you and the other speakers, it will be nurtured and you will see the light at the end of the day. Thank you.
Yes, the reason why I asked you to clap for her is that talent is one of the powerful tools now. Yes, I hope we are all much aware of this small girl, DJ Stretch. Yes, she was able to meet France, President of France because of her talent. And it is so simple. Somebody has composed his song. Just learn how to control the machines and play the song rhythmically. And that made the first those days during the competition. Talent is very important, but we must think beyond the school setting. That is why we have time for vacation. Even if the school activities couldn't give you ample hours to exhibit what is in you or your talent, when you vacate, what do you do with your time at home? We must also join some groups, associations, or church-based associations in our communities. When we gather, you must not feel shy. Throw out those shyness. Exhibit what you have. Sometimes you could ask questions. You do something in the midst of a group of people. You don't know where your shine will come from. So please, we must also think beyond classroom. We must try to exhibit what is in us outside the school setting. Thank you. It will help you.
Okay, organizer.
This question actually happened to me whilst I was a student like you. I was a business student in Attafuah Senior High School, but I was a very good sportsman. When you come to altar and ask of DMS, even a toddler will bring you to Attafuah. In as much as I like sports, I was still studying my books. So after SHS, when I passed, I didn't further my business course over here. I went in to do physical education. So it doesn't matter where you want to switch to. The most important thing is here is to read, learn, and pass. Then from there, you can pursue on whatever you want to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm coming in. Any question? Yeah, okay. Come forward.
Good afternoon. Please, I want to ask that if the teachers come to class and the leaders, they don't motivate them, how can they give us positive impact when they come to class? They are not happy in the school. They are not giving them what they want. How can they teach us and just give so that we can just emulate from them? And also, I want to ask that maths and science quiz, they are not giving them any equipment to use for maths and science quiz. But yes, still, when they go out there, they expect the student to perform. How can they perform when there is no equipment? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this is a nice question. And I believe I touched on positive reinforcement, right? Yes. I am sure these teachers do it. They did it to me, and I'm sure they are doing it to you. Are they not doing it? Okay, so from now, they will be doing it, right? Okay, so I'll be here for some time and I'll be with my teachers. So we will be doing it. And about the science and math quiz, yes, it's about materials and then preparation. So as I am here, I'll be giving out some materials for your teachers to assist you with. Thank you.
All right. I think your questions are not answered. They've answered one, and it's love with the math, the science and math quiz. Yes, we know you need equipment, you need materials to work with. But you all know the system we are running now. Headmaster will tell you that when the money comes, it is allocated to the various Will you listen? Please, we are running out of time, so listen. We will appeal to our old students to help us. And then the little that we have, we also add that to make life comfortable for them so that they will be motivated and then do well. So as management, we will try our best, but we are appealing to the old students to help us so that our students, in fact, they are doing very well. But it's because the resources are not there. That is why you are not hearing them. But if you support, the name will go far and we'll be proud of them.
Okay, thank you, madam. Any question again? Come forward.
I want to ask Mr. Ojo that what if I want to get access to his artwork on the internet? What procedures should I follow?
Ojo. Mr. Asante. Ojo.
If I want to get access to his artwork on the internet, what procedures should I follow? Relating to the related to his ratings, yeah, the books is written. Yeah, the website.
Where is he? You want to know whether you can access the book that he mentioned online.
All right, the Form 1 students will bear me out that we sold the book to you when you came for admission, titled is it boarding house experience? My first experience in the boarding house, something. Yes. Those of you who have it, this man is the author. Mr. Joe is the author. And you bear me out. It's a very good book. It's a very, very good book. So, what he has just introduced to you, I wouldn't have any doubt that they are equally good. If you need it, just buy it. It's very important, especially those of you who are preparing for examination. Now, the person is here. He will speak to you as to whether it is possible for you to access the book on internet. It is not possible. He used his brain. Is it possible for them to access the book on the internet?
No, hello. It's not possible, you know. Most people do not love reading on devices. So as I was saying, the first book was Guide to Life in SHS. You know, I had my experience here. So it's a shared experience in the book. And for the Form 1s, if you had that book, it would light your ways in SHS. You know, there is a dark section of SHS which is hidden from you. But once you have an experience from someone who has been through it, it will guide you very well. And as you were saying, the books are not online. Now in this school, if you want some to buy, you can see Sir Prince, the music teacher. That's the learning guide for students, right? You can see him, you can get some. And for the Guide to Life in SHS, you can see our dear headmaster, and you would get a copy. Please, it will help you very much. We shouldn't just use our monies to fill our bellies. Let us use our monies to fill our brains, because it is what will bring us another money, right? Thank you very much.
In addition to that, accessing books from the internet is a resource. That is why they put up the e-learning center. The e-learning center. Unfortunately, it is not complete. Other than that, when you go there, you should be able to access these resources online. Not this book. There are books that are, you know, put on the internet for you to access, learn, and what have you. Specific books. But unfortunately, the center is not complete. That is how come you can't go there and access any material on the internet. We are hoping that moving forward, things will be complete so that the Form 1s will begin to go there to access resources on the internet. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Headmaster. Come forward.
Sir, please, this question doesn't go to the old students. Please, it goes to the school board. Sir, please, when Ojo was talking, he said, as a student, you have to prepare for WASI. Or as a soldier, you have to prepare before you go to battle. Sir, as of now, we are all here. We are all prepared for WASI. When the time comes, we will write. But we want to know, it has been a concern since Form 1 for us that when it's time, what will the school board do for us to help us to pass the WASI?
Hi.
Sir, because when we pass, the school will move forward. When we fail, the school will move down.
So specifically, come down to our level. What do you want the board to do?
Sir, we are not saying that you should provide us with a poor or anything. But at least when the teachers are coming to class, give them some mode of inspiration. Or when it's time for WASI, don't make the rules so strict.
All right, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Listen. He has asked the question. Let's listen to the response. Well, I think he is asking what would the board also do to help them whilst they prepare for the examination. In fact, the board, I don't know what the board is about, but I should think it's the governing board, which is represented by the headmaster and the assistant heads and the HODs. Now, what we are doing, if by now you have not realized it, then I'm disappointed. Every morning, every day, we don't sit in our offices. We walk around to ensure that teachers are in every classroom. If we don't do it, don't clap for me, but if we do it, clap for me. That is the most important thing, that teachers should be in the classroom to interface with you and give you the necessary information to prepare you for examination. So I thought you were coming to ask me that teachers have not been coming to class. What are we doing about it? Unfortunately, that has not been your question. So the most important thing is to urge teachers to share with you, their experiences, the past questions, the terminal examinations that, the end of semester examination that you wrote, to discuss those things with you and prepare you for the impending examination. These are the key things that the board has to do, and we are doing it on behalf of the board. What you need is to trust yourself. Tell yourself that I am going to write this exam and come out successfully. If you don't tell yourself this, nobody will tell you. Nobody will tell you. You need to tell yourself that I am going to pass and pass well. And for that matter, you must always go to class. Attendance. As we speak now, majority of you have not returned from the registration. Yes, I went around all the class, so I know. They have not returned. So how do you expect us? And classes, they are teaching. So what do they expect us to do? Beyond this, we are doing all that we could to help you pass. So I am happy you have clapped. That means you have agreed that we are doing the work. Thank you very much.
Our headmaster is here. Clap for our headmaster. Headmaster. You have a seat over here. You have a seat. Okay. Mr. Asante.
Hello. Please, in addition to what our assistant said, I think the guy tried to divert his initial intention. He was expecting that during the examination, teachers should help them, as in teach them. Listen, I've been a student before. He was saying the rules are strict, but you should be reminded that the rules are not set by the teachers here. The rules are from above. So do you want him to rate his or her profession at the expense of you passing your examination? That shouldn't be done, and you shouldn't think that way. That is why I said you must be prepared. Do not rely on a teacher for your success in examination. No, you must know that I am the one going to write, so it's my life. So I have to put in all effort and all hard work to pass my examination. Don't think that if a teacher fails to teach you, he or she is wicked. It is you who have been wicked to yourself by not learning. Thank you.
Thank you. Adding something small to what my big men have said. I am from Peters, and when I went to Science 1, I asked of what you do here, your prep time, your normal classes. And what you are doing here is not different from what we do in St. Peter's. Maybe the only difference is after 3 p.m., the parents motivate the teachers. Okay, so after 3 p.m., the parents motivate the teachers, and we teach the students for just 1 hour. So we close at 4:30. And after that, I ask of your prep time. And you mentioned that you start from 6 and end at 9. It's the same thing we are doing there. Yes, 6 to 9. So please, don't think of any other help. There too, we are not doing anything like that. Our teachers, or we go to class as our assistant headmaster said. There is a teacher who monitors all the teachers. So they make sure the teachers are in class and on time. It is up to you to also be in class from morning till you close. I hope you are not jumping walls and in the end you want a help or you want help from your teachers during examination. You are not breaking bounds. You are not going to town at night. Then if that is so, keep learning and you will make it. Thank you very much.
Attafuah. Attafuah. Royals. Discipline. Hard work. Success. Clap for yourselves. I was at the entrance when the question was asked. And I asked myself, what type of question is this? Yes, you've come to the school for a purpose. And that purpose must be achieved. And to achieve the purpose, you are to be regular and punctual to class. You have syllabus that you have to complete before you write your exam. In most cases, or in almost all the schools, no one completes the syllabus, but questions will be set for you. Yours is to study, abide by rules and regulations, and everything will be well for you. School reopens for you to come, for teachers to teach you. But some of you will decide not to come. You make yourselves headmasters and headmistresses. You decide when to come. And you delay the commencement of teaching. So most often you are behind. If it happens this way, how do you pass? Assistant Headmaster Administration made a reference. Form 3 students, you were to go home and register and come back. More than 72 hours or 48 hours have come to pass. Some of you are still not here. Even I said those who were yet to be 18 years will not go, but they went, and some are not back. In this case, how do you pass? We cannot put the rules and regulations governing the conduct of the examination aside and allow you to do what you want to do. The school will not compromise examination malpractice. Some schools have done it, and none of their students is going to the university this year and next year because 2 of the core subjects have been withheld. 2 of the 4 main core subjects, let me say 3, I'm putting social studies aside. 2 of the remaining 3 have been withheld. So how did they proceed? Because they were allowed to cheat but my teachers will not do that. So you have to study hard and pass. I'm referring you to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. And from the Good News Version, an athlete who runs a race cannot win the prize unless he obeys the rules. An athlete who runs a race cannot win the prize unless he obeys the rules. Thank you.
Yeah, who want to ask question? Any question? Do you have a question to ask?
Please, I want to ask again that whenever the board make decision, are the teachers aware? And another question. Please, whenever the board take decision, we are students. They have to tell us what is going on in the school. Because they can never be teaching and learning without students, but they can be learning without teachers. So we have to know whatever that is going on in the school. Thank you.
All right, it's okay. It's okay. When I call you, you come for the microphone and reply the students. All right. When the board makes a decision, we go for board meeting and there is a key decision. Who do we share it with? We share with the staff. So, you know, we've been having series of staff meetings. What do we go there for? What do we do there? It is because of some of these things. So definitely, yes, we feed them with what transpires at the, board meeting. And what you need to do is what we communicate to you during assemblies and occasional meetings that the headmaster have with you. So yes, we do, and it is our duty to do, and we've been doing it. I hope you answered.
Last question. Last question.
Okay. Please, I want to ask that. It seems like our institution is full of discipline. Always. Talk about
Hi.
Please, I said I was talking about discipline. Our institution always go about discipline. And I'm asking, when are they going to tell us about boldness? Most of our students are timid because they don't encourage us with to be bold. Hello? Please listen to me. I'm talking about this because of something. They don't allow us to say whatever we want to say, or they put us down, they shut us down. That's what I'm talking. Please listen, I'm saying it for the last time. Hello? We are all students here, and they are training us for a purpose. We will grow up to become students who don't know how to talk in public. We can't just walk from there to this place. If you like call someone to walk from that place to here and see the shivering. I end it all. Most of us here, we are having an abuse of rights. That is me. On Saturday. Even though I abused the rule of the school. But they didn't talk about the pinpoints of what happened. I wasn't from nowhere, but I was asked, where are you from? And my answer was simple. I'm from nowhere. I was asked to write a statement. Please listen. Write a statement. I wrote it. They asked me to write it again. I wrote it again. And it was like, you will be called to the DC. What did I do? It was like, you have to talk about the truth. Say the truth and you'll be escort-free. What did I do? I was from nowhere. They asked me to say the truth. What kind of truth? For that instance, my rights has been abused.
Sir, hi.
All right, it's okay. I think she has said a lot, but I took only two words from all that we have said. One is boldness and then discipline. The rest, I have not heard anything. Now, this is what happens. You say we've always been insisting on discipline. And I told you from the beginning why. Why we do insist on discipline. There is nothing you can accomplish here without discipline. If you are not disciplined, your presence here is useless. You will go home without any certificate in hand. And we say this time and again. Now, boldness is a value. It's a core value. It's a quality that needs to be developed in you. And there are a lot of things that we do to develop these qualities in you. Just last semester, we had what we called Attafuah, the face of Attafuah. And it was open to all of you to participate, especially the Form 3 students. And it is one of the things that we do to develop boldness and confidence in students. And I happened to chair that program, and I talked about it. So, what again? At the class level, your teachers encourage you to ask questions. So, what again do we do to develop this boldness in you? At all encounter where we meet you, we try to, to prevail on you to ask questions. It is a way of helping you to develop some boldness and confidence in yourself. So sometimes I think it's only social studies that you find this as a topic, a lesson to be taught in the classroom. Besides, others, perhaps during our engagement, what we do will develop these critical qualities or values in you. So we ask you to take opportunity of every program that we organize. Now you sit down there and you ask how do we develop boldness? Let me also ask you whether you took part in the face of Attafuah last semester. You didn't. It was only few people. And the first person was the person who came here and asked questions. So I'll say that we do all to develop. We try to develop boldness in the students. It is left to you to take advantage. Thank you.
I think from the question, I also heard about, I didn't hear everything she said because the mic was given from, but I heard something like, she said she was asked to write a statement. And then she was like, she should say the truth. When we ask you to write a statement, you write a statement and then we invite you. When we invite you, we expect to hear more from you. But most of you, when you come, you want to cover certain things. So we probe further that you should tell us the truth. So it's not like anytime I receive a report that I was asked to write a statement, what I usually tell you is, wait. When the statement comes to me, I would invite you. And all the statement that I received, I invited the people concerned, and you also came out with your view, and whatever we are supposed to do, we normally do that. And so I don't think that will make you to be timid. People who are bold, boldness, I think when you come from one, we even talk about it during orientation. We talk to you, we tell you what you should do. And then most of you can testify to that. Those who are bold enough to come to us with whatever issue they have, we trash them out peacefully. So I will encourage you to continue to be bold. Don't be saying when you come forward, certain things will be said or done, so you will not come. Be bold and voice out whatever you want to. We will listen to you, and then we will solve the problem together.
Yes, there is nothing wrong with being asked to write a statement. 2 weeks ago, an incident happened in house 4, house 3, house 3. It was an assault case. I should have involved the police to come and take all the people in the dormitory. Yes, for a student to pick a blade and cut somebody in the abdomen, it's a serious criminal offense. If I had called in the police, the first thing that they would have asked me to do is to write my statement before they can ask the student questions. Because I have not told them what had happened, so they can't act. So you write your statement, and based on your statement, they also proceed with investigations. So when you're asked to write a statement, it doesn't mean you are at fault. We want you to help us unravel something that has happened. So you tell us what you know about it, but if you try to hide something and later it is found out, if it is caught, they will charge you concealment of crime or aiding and abetting. So that is about writing of statement. Then you said you were asked, where are you from or what? Yes, so you tell the person where you are coming from to that place. Sometimes students come to me, I ask you, where do you come from? And then somebody will say, Accra. Then I'll ask, are you a Ghan? You will say no. And I said, then you are not coming from Accra. I didn't ask you where you stay. I said, where do you come from? So I want your hometown. Where do you come from? If you are in America and they ask you, where do you come from? You say from Ghana. You won't say you are from Chicago. That is not where you come from. So where you come from, we mean your hometown. If you are not in Ghana, the country of origin. But when you ask you, where do you stay? Then you can tell me that you are staying in Accra. Probably you are coming from Ho or Tamale. So get the difference between where do you stay and where do you come from. I'm done.
Hello. Please, let me use some few minutes to top up with what Headmaster said. The girl who was talking about boldness. You know, boldness go in tandem with confidence. If you have confidence, you are not scared of anything. And we develop confidence. We grow confidence. So you don't just stand up and be confident. You have to do some things for you to be bold, for you to be confident. Your teachers cannot magically conjure boldness or confidence into you. So the book that I showed you, that's the learning guide. I have a topic I have tackled on, which is believing in yourself and building confidence. So there are some things you have to do to build your confidence. I was once timid, but after I've known some things, I am confident now. Thank you.
Hello. Coming to the classroom. The Form 3s, how many of you have solved questions on the board in class before? From Form 1 to now. Have you solved questions and explained to your colleagues? Is it all of you? It's not all of you. So from now, it's not late. From now, you can start doing that, okay? Yes. Within some 20 minutes that I had with the Science 1 student, I called some of them to come to the board, and majority of them did it perfectly. They solved and explained to their colleagues. So you can also start from there. Is it okay? Thank you.
Okay, we will call the mistake to.
Thank you. We want to thank the old students for giving us this opportunity. In fact, it's a great opportunity you had today. So give them a... Thank you, thank you. So it's all about discipline, and then let me add the boldness. If you are disciplined, everything works well for you. And then we are talking about disciplinary measures that we usually take. As a student, it is only when you complete your education that you'll be able to realize the teachers who truly love you or like you. Because as you are on campus now, we are trying to mold you. I have been telling you that it is only SHS that character is molded. And that is why when you go forward, nobody will ask you to go to JHS to bring a testimonial. Go to your university or any tertiary institution for testimonial. They will refer you to the secondary school you attended, because that is where you are trained. So we also try to mold you and mold you well. And some of the measures we take, you think we are being too harsh on you. And then you begin to do certain things that you are not supposed to do. But today, I want you to know that whatever disciplinary measure that is meted on you, it is to correct you. When we give you, we call it a punishment, but it's not a punishment. We are correcting you so that tomorrow, whatever you did and you have been asked to do something, you won't commit the same thing again. We want you to come out to be responsible and gentlemen. We want you to be disciplined. The so-called first-class schools that we have, the only difference between Attafuah and those schools is, well, discipline. If you are disciplined, you will go far. You agree with me that if you are disciplined, nobody will be shouting on you. Go to class. Go for prep. You yourself, you will go. Very soon we will start WASI. Form 3s are candidates. I am not seeing that in you. You still behave as you have just come to Form 1. You can only see for now just 1% of our students who will get up early, take their bag, going back to class to study on their own. Nobody forced them to go. The rest, they will be in the dormitory shouting, talking. You go to class, teacher is not there. They will not take their book and be reading. They will just be talking, others walking around. I see students, some of them getting up very early to go to class. All along, I was thinking they go to class to study until I try to find out what they have been doing. You go, you see them sitting in corner, one boy, one girl. Meanwhile, when you get up from bed, your brain is able to receive whatever you feed it with. So when you get up, go to class and take your book and read. Whatever you read, you absorb it. But you students, you don't do that. It's all come back to what? Discipline. At this age, do you need to be forced to go and study? Your teachers are not in class. Somebody come in to check. You lie. Oh, he just left. Whom are you deceiving? The teacher is not going to write for you. I am not going to write for you. You write your own examination. So if you continue to show them, you are doing harm to your own self. So as we live, as we have had this opportunity, nobody will shout on you. Go for prep, go to class, don't move around. It's after break. Leave the canteen. Nobody will do that. Your common sense will tell you that this is where I should be at this time. And this place, I'm not supposed to be there at that time. You are grown. You are mature. From here, nobody will control you. So use your common sense. And one thing you should know, if you don't study to become academically, if you don't do well, if you don't pass your WASI, you don't look attractive. If you refuse to study, you go through the walls of Attafuah, you go back to the community, you will just be like the one who had never stepped foot in the classroom. You don't look attractive. So study, that is your weapon. Your parents, they are investing in you. The only thing they can invest is the education they are giving you today. The properties, when they leave them for you, tomorrow somebody will come for them. But what you have in your mind, the education you receive, that is what we are going to use tomorrow. It's unfortunate that as we are here, we think we are going to the school, we are studying for our parents, but you are doing it for yourself. The handsome men you see here, it is because they were disciplined when they were in school. That is why today they are here. If you also want to be like them, or even be higher than them, this is the opportunity. Take your studies serious, and it will be well with you. So remember, use your common sense and move to where you have to be at each time. Don't let anybody force you to do things. Thank you.
Thank you. Clap for mama. Clap for domestic. We will call our secretary to come and give an announcement. Secretary. Past student secretary.
Okay. I think we are bringing the program to the end, right? Now, there's something that I want to remind you of, and that is, about 3 months ago, we had homecoming, right? And your parents were being informed that we're going to have induction ceremony for the Form 3s. And based on that, the AFSA had a conversation with your parents, and they agreed to pay 100 Ghana cedis. So I'm here to remind you of that. And I think before you went home, you were given a letter on that, right? Good. So, listen, whether you had a letter or not, your parents are aware about the money. And I know some of you, you have the money with you, right? So, from now onwards, what is going to happen is that I'll be at the AFSA office. I hope you all know there, right? Okay, if you don't know there, you see the science block. The very first room, that small room, that is the AFSA office. And it has been written on top of in front of the office. So from now onwards, when your money is ready, you come to me and I'll register your name. I'll give you a receipt on that. Sometimes I can pass by your class and I'll still remind you, if your money is ready, I'll take it. The purpose of this is induction ceremony. And it's going to be very nice ceremony. And as well, we are going to issue an ID for you. An ID which will indicate that you are part of the association. So anytime you want to come to the school, then you show your ID card to the security men. They will know that, yes, this person is a past student. Do you understand? Because from now, listen, from now onwards, we are not going to tolerate that. I know it is happening, that not just anybody is welcome in a school. If you are not being invited, even your parents, before they come here, we invite them before they come. I hope you know that. Your parents cannot just come into the school to come and visit you. You know there are some rules and regulations in the school, and before they even come, they are being invited before they come. So you being a past student in some months coming, before you enter Attafuah Senior High School, you have to be able to issue your ID card. So I'm just reminding you of your money, 100 Ghana cedis. Let's pay and let's build Attafuah Senior High Technical School. God bless you.
We want to call our headmaster to give us a closing remarks.
All right. Gradually, we are coming to the end of the program. And I once attended a program chaired by one university professor. And at the end, when he was asked to give the closing remark, he said he believed that he was not the only person with the best hearing acuity in the auditorium. People might have better acuity than him. So do I also believe that people might have better hearing acuity than me. But there are certain issues that we need to highlight. I have already commented on the presentation of the first person. Now, the second thing that struck me, I want to put in the domain, was the rule he mentioned, that existence of established rules and expectation. Now, when you came to Form 1, actually we have that established rules and what we expect of you. We shared with you to make your life comfortable on campus. And somewhere along the line, some of you veered off. Some people also kept within the lane. And gradually, we are getting to the end of the race. Now, as you are entering the larger world, we are just reminding you once more that these established rules and expectations also await you in the community. The community has its own rules and what they expect of you. If you don't live in line with these rules and expectations, off. Just this afternoon, I heard in the news that two gentlemen, in their teens, were beaten and killed somewhere for stealing 2 goats. So if you want to live your life and become a worthy individual in the community, I say worthy, not wealthy. Worthy individual in the community, please remember there is established rules and what the society expects of you. Now, one of them also talked about motivation. You know, motivation, we have 2 kinds: extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation. And he talked about the intrinsic motivation. What arouses your interest inner comes from within. When it comes from yourself within, that is intrinsic motivation. And that is far better than extrinsic motivation. If you are performing because of, what I said I'll give you, and what have you, tomorrow if I'm not there, it means you not perform again. That is extrinsic motivation. But if your performance, you are aroused from within, which is intrinsic motivation, that is permanent, and you live up to it. So I am urging all of you to actually cultivate intrinsic motivation. Be aroused from within to study. Don't create impression. Don't create impression. If you are going to learn, it is a time for learning. Don't stay with the book because others are also staying with the book. Your time is almost at hand. You will be leaving here very soon. And you will join the association we are calling today APSA. But before then, you need to discipline yourself. Self-discipline. Sometimes you decide to ignore certain things for the sake of your academic work. That is discipline. You see people roaming around, but you say, no, I would have wished to join them, but I am going to study. That is discipline. We have what we call morning prep or studies, where you need to take your bath early and go. People do it. But you think, oh, this is time for me to sleep. Let me sleep some again. That sleeping some again is the indiscipline. Discipline yourself. Let me forgo this sleeping some and get prepared and join my people at studies. So we believe that when you cultivate intrinsic motivation, it will help all of you, and you will live here as a successful student. Having said that, I want to turn to our esteemed APSA members. Indeed, this is the first engagement you have had with us, and we are so much grateful. This is not the end of the road. I think you have just started. You can also do more. We are urging you to connect. There are other people, get them in your fold so that you can organize very impressive programs that will educate our students. And tomorrow we want to see them at various places just like you, so that a decade to come, this institution could be manned or headed by an old student. So we thank you so much for your presence, and then we hope that you do more for us. Management is so much grateful. Having said this, I will not sit down. I'll definitely hand over the microphone to my boss to top it up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Edu, well done. You said it all, so I don't know what I'm going to add. Probably to re-echo what you said, that we need more of such interactions. So before the year draws to your close, we expect you to be here again. Thank you.
Clap for headmaster. Clap for headmaster. You want to invite the chaplain's prefect to come and pray for us. Chaplain prefect. The main.
Let's close our eyes. Please let's be outstanding. We are praying. Most gracious Father, we thank you this evening, Father, for showing your mercy, your protection and guidance to us this evening. Father, we glorify you for helping us ending this meeting in successfully. Father, we pray that as we are going out, may you mark out with your brand and our then glory be given into your name. This is many more we ask in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Sit down. It's past 4 o'clock and the weather. So today you are going to rest. No prep.
Thank you very much. We are end the program. God bless you. God richly bless you all. Thank you. Please go and subscribe to Nana Kwesi TV. Go and subscribe and like the video and comment. Please. When you go home,